Welcome back. You're watching Good Evening India, and as we report on the spate of crimes against women in India, especially in Uttar Pradesh, this is the latest gem that has come from the Samajwadi Party. Senior leader of the party, Ram Gopal Yadav, blames the media and pornographic magazines for the increase in such incidents of rape in UP.
He was speaking exclusively to CNN IVN's Bhupendra Chaubey.
उत्तर प्रदेश में ये जो कुछ हो रहा है, जो ये क्या, इसको आप कहेंगे कि ये सब होता रहता है?
ये योजना
आम बात नहीं है?
ये आम बात नहीं।
फिर
ये आम बात नहीं है। ये ऐसी चीजें हैं जो मानसिक विकृतियों से पैदा होती हैं, और मानसिक विकृति भी, माफ कीजिए, मानसिक विकृतियां पैदा करने में भी सबसे बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन मीडिया का ही है।
सर, आप मीडिया
सुनिए ना, सुनिए पूरी बात मेरी।
मीडिया तो एक इजी पंचिंग बैग है।
इजी पंचिंग बैग नहीं है। जिस तरह की पत्र पत्रिकाओं में अश्लील चित्रों का प्रकाशन होता है, जिस तरह की वायलेंस, जिस तरह की वल्गैरिटी, जिस तरह की ऑब्सीनिटी हिंदुस्तान के टेलीविजन चैनल्स में दिखाई जाती है, जिस तरह की ये वल्गैरिटी ऑब्सीनिटी परोसी जाती है लोगों को, इस तरह से जो युवा मन होता है, मानसिकता होती है, उसमें बड़े पैमाने पर विकृतियां आई हैं, और जिसकी वजह से केवल उत्तर प्रदेश में नहीं, पूरे देश में इस तरह की घटनाएं होती हैं।
वर्ड सॉरी, शब्द सॉरी
कोई सवाल ही नहीं कहने, कोई सवाल नहीं।
Refusing to apologize. So that brings us to our questions. Are politicians really insensitive? Meera Sood, human rights lawyer, joining us as our guest for this. And we will, of course, get callers from across the country. Meera, do you agree that, especially in this case, the politicians, starting with the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, have been very, very insensitive?
They've been extremely insensitive and I think extremely insincere. What their comments reflect is a complete lack of sincerity to want to deal with the issue. The statement that was just made, that this is some kind of mental illness, completely ignores the fact that this is not in fact a mental illness. This calling it a mental illness tries to paint it as something that happens to only a few people, that is not so widespread, that is not a social problem. But the fact is, it's not a mental illness. It's ordinary people who are committing crimes like this, and it's ordinary people like these politicians who are making statements like this. If he wants to talk about obscenity, then what is really obscene is the kind of condemnation of these kind of incidents, is the kind of blaming the media for something like this, is saying things like, ladke to galtiyan karte hi hain. That is what is truly obscene. If he really wants to tackle what is contributing to rape culture, it is this.
Absolutely, and the Chief Minister earlier today said that it's not just Uttar Pradesh, rapes happen everywhere. Well, it is a problem that India is facing, but the attitude doesn't help. Certainly, we are getting callers. Yashwant Yadav is joining us from Dwarka in Delhi. Mr. Yadav, what do you have to say?
Yes. Hello. Madam?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Good. Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, on the very first day, give his statement regarding the action. But the media take its extreme. And क्या मैं हिंदी में बोलूं?
जी बिल्कुल बोलिए।
क्या मीडिया ने इसको पहले ऐसे दिखाया कि ये जो लड़कियां थी ऐसी से बिलोंग करती थी, और उसके ऊपर मायावती, रामविलास पासवान ने वहां जाकर के और इतना इसको दे दिया।
कहना क्या चाह रहे हैं?
घटना बहुत गलत थी, जबकि सारे देश को और मुख्यमंत्री को, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को भी उस पर खेद व्यक्त किया, परंतु उसको इतना दिखाया जा रहा है, जबकि उसी दिन सेम डे यहाँ हरियाणा में कैथल में घटना घटी, हाईवे जाम किया और उसको मीडिया ने नहीं दिखाया। राजस्थान में घटना घटी, उसको मीडिया ने नहीं दिखाया। तो इसको कहीं ऐसा लगता है कि मीडिया या तो टीआरपी के चक्कर में, या फिर कहीं किसी से कोई बात है जो कि उसको इतना दिखा रहा है, जबकि मुख्यमंत्री ने पहले दिन ही एक्शन लिया।
This is all right. All right. Thank you for your opinion. But this is a very serious issue. This is not about TRPs. Let's. I will come to you, madam. But let's get in one more caller. Satish Kumar is with us from West Bengal. Mr. Kumar, what do you have to say?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank your channel for covering all these sensitive news and bringing all this news to us.
Sure.
And so far as the issuing statement by Mr. Akhilesh Kumar and his father is concerned, what I want to say is, I think they have crossed all limits of shamelessness so far as issuing statements are concerned. And this is a high time that they should speak something sensible. And it has already been proved, everything has come out into open. And no more they can cover by issuing wrong statements, no more they can cover the lawlessness which has been going on in UP. So
Sure.
I think they should take strict, correct and as a step to bring the situation under control in UP.
All right, sir.
Is what I want to say through
Right.
this channel.
Thank you very
so
much. Thank you very much. We have one more caller from Nagpur. Rajesh Kumar is with us. Mr. Rajesh Kumar, what is your view? Are politicians being insensitive?
हाँ मैडम मैं हिंदी में बोल सकता
जी
हूँ मैडम
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं.
हाँ मैडम ये हम लोग है ना इनसे तो ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते जो हमारे जो सीएम है अखिलेश यादव जी हाँ
जी,
इनके स्टेटमेंट रेगुलरली ऐसे आते हैं बट व्हाट वी कैन डू इज कि हम वहाँ पे जितने भी पुलिस स्टेशन हैं जो भी सेंसिटिव एरियाज में वहाँ के एसएचओ को स्ट्रिक्ट वार्निंग मिलनी चाहिए गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से. जो यहाँ पे अभी लॉयर बैठी है आपके स्टूडियो में उनको भी चाहिए कि ये ऐसे सेंसिटिव एरियाज का मुआयना करें जहाँ के एसएचओ जो स्टेशन हेड ऑफिसर है वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो और वहाँ पे सब स्टेशन भी क्रिएट होनी चाहिए हर जगह ताकि ये इंसिडेंट्स अवॉइड हो सके. इंस्टेड ऑफ आप उनको ब्लेम करें वो उनको ब्लेम करें लेकिन इंसिडेंट आप देखिए डे बाय डे बढ़ रही है. हमारा ये प्रॉब्लम है कि हम सिस्टम को करेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे. आप उनको ब्लेम करेंगे वो मीडिया को ब्लेम करेंगे लॉयर इसको करेंगे बट प्रॉब्लम इज स्टेशन सब स्टेशन उसको स्ट्रिक्ट वार्निंग दिया जाए कि आपके एरिया में अगर कुछ होता है तो आप इसको रेस्पॉन्सिबल होंगे. यू विल बी टैग्ड.
The agency that is supposed to give that warning is the government of the state, sir. But interesting point that is being made there. Would you like to respond to all the comments that have come in, Ms. Sood?
Yeah, a couple of things. First of all, the comment that it is only UP that is being highlighted and other incidents are happening in so many other places. Let's be clear, Akhilesh Yadav is not responsible for other states, so he should concern himself with what is happening in his state. That's his responsibility. And as for him or anybody else talking about how so many other incidents are happening in other places which the media is not covering, they wouldn't know about it if the media hadn't covered it.
Certainly, so we have...
So their argument is...
Right.
Argument is a bit self-contradictory.
Certainly. We have Birju Dave joining us from Mumbai. Good evening, Birju.
Good evening. Hi, I just wanted to, mention one thing out here that how can you even, I heard Mr. Ram Gopal saying something that it's because of the media, it's because of the television, because of which these things are happening. In fact, he really didn't even bother to apologize. He actually denied the entire thing that I would not apologize. He definitely should apologize. Media in this country is actually getting these cases out to people so that people can pressurize the government to take certain kind of action. What they want to do is they want to pressurize the media so that they will not take all these things. They are blaming everything on the media because that's what you guys are doing.
Right.
So I think, what Mr. Ram Gopal has said, I think he should really apologize for this. And on his behalf, even CM should apologize because a politician cannot make statements like this.
Certainly. Thanks for that. Nalini joining us from Chennai. Hi, Nalini. Go ahead.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
There is a state of that people elect people by the public are making such reckless and irresponsible comments which offend the sentiments of the people who have elected them. And furthermore, what I would like to say is this National Women Commission can take it as a suo motu contempt and approach the Supreme Court to initiate actions and see that these ministers are arrested immediately and the government is being sacked. This is the law provision is there and the National Women Commission should immediately act.
Right.
Totally, the modesty of the woman in India has been defamed by the Chief Minister of the state.
Right.
What amounts to the prevailing condition in India?
Right, Nalini. Thanks for that. It is an interesting suggestion. Sunil Gupta also.
And it is going to be in for the SP in UP.
All right. Thanks very much, Satish. We have Mr. Kaushik Burman joining us from Singapore. Go ahead. What are your views?
I think it's, this whole, it's really disgusting to actually hear and listen to all these stories, I mean, day after day, month after month. But at the same time, I would say that we are digressing from this main issue around, focusing so much on these Akhilesh and his army of ministers. I think we need to stay focused on the core issue around policing and taking action against crime. So let's just get back to the Nirbhaya case and what's been the progress. There's hardly been any progress, right? I mean, so I think let's focus on policing and ensuring that there is absolutely no tolerance against such perpetrators, and that's, I mean, only a little bit of rigor and ensuring that we get these guys all the way to the gallows is going to maybe abate.
Absolutely, we can only raise the issue, Kaushik Barman. It's the police, it's the government of the day that is going to take it forward to its logical conclusion, which is why we're raising this issue, and we're asking if they're insensitive and not serious about this problem. JC Sarkar joining us from Delhi. Mr. Sarkar, your thoughts?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm JC Sarkar. Reminding you, I recollect the statement of Bala Singh Yadav earlier in the election rally. You know, he was sitting with his very senior Muslim fellow, I forgot his name, and what he said that time, you know, this the smallest name in this case should have been, you know, if the boys, they do it because, you know, they do it in a hurry and all this. They should not be, the sentence should not be hand to death. But as far as I remember, the judgment was very special because, you know, all the people, the 5 people who were accused in there, they are not being punished. Only 3 of them who have done it repeatedly. And earlier, I said you, about a year before, Bala Singh Yadav, that is the Imam of Allahabad Mosque, he said that if the father-in-law left the daughter-in-law time and again, for a continuous time, then he becomes the husband, the legal husband. And what I should reply to that, yes, Imam is first getting wrong.
Shocking statement, certainly. We have another caller from Chennai. Abhishek Pandey is with us. Mr. Pandey, what do you believe? Do you think that politicians are being insensitive to the problem at hand?
See, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav is basically, right now we cannot expect more than him, but only thing is the law and order should be ensured at the place, and the important thing is no industries, no women are safe, everybody still are apprehensive about coming to the UP. I mean, how it is going to be the law and order problem solved there, that state? Are we now should be hopeless towards the insensitive government and kind of statement they are making? Don't you think that it is going to create the problem for all the women, and what phase they will take in front of women for when we go for the voting in the next assembly election? Do you think that they will be able to make it? I don't think so. I have my own doubts. They should focus on law and order. They should focus on women's safety, and please just check the make the right path and right laws and ensure the safety of women completely in the state.
Sure,
please do that.
Mr. Pandey, thanks very much for your thoughts. Mihira Sood, UP may be particularly bad, but this is a problem we are highlighting across the country. Just a few minutes back, we got a report from Mumbai. A woman bus conductor stripped and beaten on board a state road transport bus. So this is an issue that we are highlighting. What do you think is the solution going forward as we keep raising the same question again? Are they insensitive to women's to violence against women?
Look, we've been saying for a long time that there needs to be reform both in terms of the law and law enforcement as well as in terms of society. To put it more in layman's terms also, what needs to be done is to reduce the opportunity and the inclination. In terms of opportunity, it's things like poor public transport that is a problem, lack of sanitation that forces people to go out to defecate in the open at unsafe hours, poor street lights, you know, these kind of issues that create what is called an opportunity. And then in terms of inclination, it is a question of law enforcement. It is a question of, does the law have teeth? Are those teeth used? Police sensitization, are they receptive? Do people feel comfortable going to the stations? Do the police follow up? How are the cases prosecuted? And these are changes that will take place over time, as well as in terms of social awareness and sensitization. People do these things because they feel they can get away with it. And let's not forget that there is also a caste angle to this.
Right.
The idea is not sexual gratification, it is sexual humiliation. That is what was going on in this case. That is what happened in the Bombay case, where the bus conductor is stripped and humiliated publicly. That's the humiliation and the idea, the connection between sexual autonomy, dignity, humiliation, and that kind of that connection and power needs to be broken. And anybody who is truly serious about tackling this problem needs to break that connection between sex and power.
Right, and especially in Uttar Pradesh, politicians, not just insensitive and, as you rightly said, completely not there when it comes to standing up for the people of the state.
Right, Ms. Sood, thanks very much.
There is no seriousness.
Thanks very much, absolutely. Keep your views coming in as we wrap the show. We're completely out of time, but you can write to us on ibnlive.com.